Hey friends, it's Laurie. Let's go make some thrifted farmhouse DIYs. I'm starting my first project by using a wooden tray that I picked up at the Goodwill for $1, and I really like the open work on it, and I thought it would work great for this project. I rescued this oval embroidery hoop from the trash, and I only have the inside piece, so I'm pretty much guessing that's why they threw it away. I'm also going to be adding the wooden home sign from the Dollar Tree. Getting started, I'm giving my tray a coat of black acrylic paint. I wasn't super fussy when I was painting it because I'm going to be distressing it a little later on. I then used some light gray acrylic paint and I gave my oval embroidery hoop a complete coat. My video is part of a friend collab hosted by my friend Liana from Liana DIY, along with our guest host Leonette from DIY Beauty on Purpose. Once you complete my video, please check out the amazing playlist below with all my crafty friends. Now back to my project. I'm giving my Dollar Tree home sign a complete coat of white acrylic paint. While that's drying, I'm going to attach my embroidery hoop to the tray using my STARBOND thick glue. It's my go-to wood glue and I have it linked below in case you'd like to check it out. I added some to the outside edge of my embroidery hoop and then I centered it on my tray. To give my tray a bit of a worn rustic look, I used a piece of sanding screen and I just randomly sanded around the outside edges of the tray. When I was done with my tray, I then sanded the edges of the wooden home to give it that same worn rustic look. When I'm done, I'm once again using my STARBOND thick glue and I'm adding it to the back of my home sign. I'm then turning it over and I'm placing it in the center of my oval embroidery hoop. I'm adding a pop of color by using some Dollar Tree daisies and a few other flowers that I had in my stash. I didn't pre-plan where I was going to place them. I just used my hot glue gun and started attaching them to the side of the tray. I knew I was planning on adding a bow in the lower left corner, so as I was attaching the flowers, I made sure to leave enough room to add my bow. I'm using this pretty buffalo check ribbon that I found at Michael's for half price, and I'm measuring it against my home sign to see how long I want the tail to be. From there, to make my bow, I start twisting my ribbon into even-sized loops. If you'd like to know how I make it, after you check out the playlist, come on back over and I'll link one of my past videos below where I give step-by-step instructions. When I was done, I gave my bow a good fluffing and I twisted the tails around my finger to give them a corkscrew appearance. I cut off the extra wire and then I attached it with my glue gun to the corner of my tray. With my bow in place, I added a few more flowers here and there to fill out the left side of my home tray. Once I have all my flowers added, my thrifted home tray sign is complete. For my second project, I'm starting with this open wooden display type box that I found at Savers. It was $2.99. I had a 30% off coupon, so I paid $2.10 for it. It's really nice quality and it measures 13 inches in length and 4 inches in height. I want to give the box some height, so I'm going to be adding some legs, and I found a huge bag of assorted wooden pieces at a yard sale, and I picked out 4 of these wooden knobs with 2 flat ends each, and then I'm also going to be using 4 of these flat wooden wheels. I'm once again using my trusty STARBOND thick glue. It sets up super quick when you work with wood. I'm placing some on the flat end of the knob, and then I'm just attaching it to the wheel. All 4 of the legs set up in just about a minute, and now I'm ready to attach them to the bottom of the wooden box. I turn it over, and then using my STARBOND glue, I attach the flat end of each of the legs to the 4 corners of the box. Once again, it's set up super quick using that STARBOND glue. And to be honest, I really like the way it looks completely wooden, but a couple of the knobs had imperfections, so I'm going to end up painting it with my white acrylic paint. I'm not going to be painting the inside, I'm just painting up to the top edge. Now that it's all painted, I wanted to stain the inside with a natural finish, so I'm dipping a tea bag in about a 1/4 cup of hot water, and then I'm just rubbing the tea bag over the unpainted wood. Now that the inside has dried, I printed the words "Live Simply" out on my Cricut, and I'm attaching them to the side of my new veggie fruit box. When I was done, I added in some pretty blue and white cloth napkins, my fruits and veggies, and with that, my thrifted Live Simply display box is complete. For my 3rd thrifted DIY project, I'm using this pretty glass candlestick holder. I found it at Goodwill and it was 99 cents. I could have picked up a clear glass bowl while I was there, but I remembered I had this bowl from the Dollar Tree, so I'm going to use this along with the candlestick holder. I gave them each a good washing and I removed the stickers, and now I'm going to use some of my E6000 and attach them together. I placed a generous amount around the top of the candlestick holder, and then I placed my clear glass bowl on the top, making sure that it was perfectly centered. I let it set up overnight, and I'm using some of the Dollar Tree twine, and I'm giving it the simplest of bows. I'm using 4 pieces, and I'm just wrapping it around the center and making a bow. This would be so pretty to use as a centerpiece for a wedding or a party, and you could add some really pretty flowers and greenery. I, however, am using it outside, so I went for a very simple rustic look. I'm using some of these neutral colored Dollar Tree rocks as my base, but I was also thinking you could make this coastal by using some shells and some sea glass. I added in my rocks, making sure that I filled the base of the bowl. When I was done, I then poured in my water, making sure I was just about an inch from the top. For my floating candles, Dollar Tree sells some. I went to 3 stores. I couldn't find them, so of course I ended up at Michael's. And these are really pretty, but they were kind of expensive. They were $6, and I ended up paying $4.80 with a coupon. I added in 5 of the candles, and then I lit them with my lighter. And with that, my thrifted floating candle holder is complete. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. I hope you had fun making these thrifted DIY projects. If you're new and you're thinking, hey, I'd like to come back and hang out with her again, don't forget to click that little red subscribe button below. I will see you all very soon. Bye, everybody.